Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 7 of Jak 2. Last time, we went around the city collecting bags of money for crew, and then we went back to the pumping station in order to save Ashlyn. So, without further ado, let's get going. Yeah, just mention Ashley, like she's basically she's been here the entire game so far. It's just Ashley, our friend Ashley, our good friend Ashlyn, who's been around the entire time, our friend Ashlyn. So now that we have the yellow pass, a lot more of the city is going to be accessible. Really, in fact, pretty much the entire city is accessible. Come on, let me go. Seriously, those staff metalhead guys are the worst. Are some of the worst enemies in the game. Because basically, you never really feel like you're on par with them. You know, they take a lot of hits, and if you get close to them, boom, you're screwed.
Good to see you still alive.
Okay, so anyways, our next area is going to Onin's tent. Now, come on, let me out of the water. Let me out of the water. Now, if you look at the map, you'll notice that basically the yellow part of the map is pretty much the entire eastern section. So yeah, combine that with the green area, and you can pretty much just navigate around. The yellow pass also gives you some pretty good centralized locations. So with that, we're going to go over there. Okay. Now that we have this one available, I'm going to show you something pretty cool.
Find this place before time runs out.
Okay, so this is practically right below us. Now, what I'm going to do is this. Gonna wait until we're right above the orb, and then restart the mission. As you heard, there was that ting as though you collected the orb. And as you'll notice, we are now at 6 orbs. Even though we restarted the mission, we collected the orb. That's because while the game's loading, things are still happening around. So basically, Jak is dropping out of the air and onto the ground, and that orb is still there. So before the loading happens, you collect the orb. And with this mission, since you have plenty of time, just go down, go above, restart mission. And now we're up to 9 orbs. So yeah, feel free to do that as many times as you want, and bang, easy 200 orbs before you even get past the first act of the game. How many orbs do we have currently? Okay, 9. Honestly, I'm not gonna be grinding up for hero mode. Just because we don't need to. I've already done it on another file.
Good work, Jak.
But yeah, just that is a very powerful glitch if you do not want to deal with all the completionist hell involved with getting 200 orbs legit. Because I was thinking to myself, oh great, how am I going to show things off after the playthrough's done if I can't even get a 100%, you know? But then, and that's when I discovered the glitch. Granted, some of the collection, now you can only do it during those orb scavenger hunt missions, because any other mission that you're doing for Torn, basically, for those terminals, or as well as for the high scores, the orb automatically goes to you. So you can't glitch it out there, because the mission ends once you finish it. But with those scavenger hunt ones, it goes on until you actually physically collect the orb. So basically just go in and just do that for an easy one. Now granted, some of them are harder to do than others, so you can't do it necessarily for each and every orb mission. But there are a couple. For example, there's one in the bazaar that basically I found to be also another decent one if you want to do it on land. Because when you're doing it in the water, it can kind of screw you over a little because of just positioning. But that one that I showed you is arguably the best one in the game to do it with, because it gives you 20 seconds, plenty of time to position yourself, and you're right, and it's easy to repeat it. So with that said, let's get going. I've always liked the bazaar area in this game, just because it basically, it just adds a bit of a flair to even say, you know, instead of just seeing the classic, oh hey, here's a bunch of gray, you basically get some color. You get basically a change in scenery. You get these shops. And likewise when you're going in the more agricultural district. The only thing is that, well, you aren't going to be quickly navigating your way through this area anytime soon. Thankfully, Zoomers can't get through this area. So if you are on a level 2 high red alert, just run here. They're not getting you.
Cool. Check out all the dead stuff.
Ow! Touch the goods again, rat boy, and you'll be counting with your toes. I am Pecker. Yes, I know. My mother, she was very vindictive. I am Onen's interpreter. Onen welcomes you, blah, 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 the usual boring salutations. She says it is good to see you again, Jack.
But we've never met before.
Before, after, it is all the same.
Ow! Ow! Let me try. She wants a yakao bone, a yakao bladder. No, I got it. For many moons, she has waited for a juice pop, a jewel shop. Oh, I know. She's got a hairball, a hair lip, a hairy chest.
Close, but no. Onen says you seek answers about the Tomb of Mar.
So what do we need to know?
She's going on and on about mystical energy channels, evil curses, stupid woo crap. Forget all that. I'm gonna sum this up quickly, because now you're cutting into my siesta time. Onan wants you to recover 3 artifacts from the Precursor Mountain Temple. Not 2, not 4, 3. Use the warp gate at the northwest side of the city, and bring back the 3 items you find.
Okay, so anyways, this mission right here, this is one of my favorite missions in the game. I love this mission so much. But first we have to actually get to it. Thankfully, the Crimson Guards will never go after you for just jacking some random guy's vehicle. Only their own vehicles. So, in regards to this mission, this is basically going into Act 2. Granted, we're not doing things quite in the sequence of just in the proper sequence, so to speak. Basically, Act 1 of the game involves just, oh hey, Jak is getting established in Haven City, and then Act 2 goes on to the Tomb of Mar arc.
Opening outer shield.
Now, the reason I love this mission so much is because this mission is truly a homage to Jak 1. Just listen to the music. Yeah. This music sounds like exactly like something you hear out of Jak 1. And not to mention just the platforming, the greenery, just it's so reminiscent of Jak 1. It feels like you're just going back in time. Anyways, this guy. Just keep blasting this guy and you will eventually come out on top. Use your rolls to shortchange. Don't try a long jump. And be patient. But really, I love the look of this area. Yeah, dodge the attack and then just blast. I know that for me it's such a foreign concept because I like to just blast right away. I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't some standard Jak 1 glitch sort of thing. Where, oh, you didn't touch the right position, so it didn't trigger. But really, this area feels like it could be a level out of Jak 1. The Hidden Mountain or something like that. Yeah, too bad greenery is a rarity in this game. I'm sorry if I'm going quiet. I really love the music here. All right. just like Jak 1, there are a bunch of orbs in this area. Though we're not quite at the big hall.
That's some paper, huh? Something's cooking. Kind of smells like burnt Otzel.
Oh, no, you don't. But it is impressive that Jak is able to kill just these metalheads, these creatures of metal, and these creatures with literal metal in them with just one punch. Okay, next one. As for these platforms, they will not stay flipped over forever. Okay, there it is. And welcome to the Boulder Route, which is funnily enough the hardest part of this mission. Even though the boulders only deal one hit of damage, which is kind of odd considering that a Metalhead or a Crimson Guard will deal 2. Though you know the developers felt that this area could be difficult, considering that they actually put health throughout the grand bulk of it. They knew you were going to take hits. Yeah, see, look at this. They don't give out as much health for basically Sig's first mission, but yet this one, they're like, oh, let's just throw a bunch of health out. They don't need help for that, but the rocks, oh yeah, that's definitely tough.
I bet that's the prize. Who won't miss that one tiny gear? Like candy from a baby. No one will ever know we were here.
Okay, one more part left. And for this one, yeah, we're just going to need to go just straight forward and we'll be good. Though this part can screw you over if basically you're not good at block puzzles. Okay, so anyways, for this part, you would think, oh, I need my hoverboard to get up here. No, you can actually just walk right up. And you get a bunch of orbs. Granted, Jak can only walk up the rail portion. He can't walk up that actual side, but look at this! Orb! 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 Guess what? Another orb. Another orb on top of the orb. And Dark Eco kills Jak. Jak is become one with Dark Eco. He has basically, he can take into his body, but yet it will destroy him if he comes into contact with a large pool of it. Okay, so let's get a refill. Okay, are we missing any skull gems? No, we are not. And yeah, we're already at the 200. And welcome to the block puzzle. Basically, you have these cubes, and you need to basically move them forward. As you can see, just the cubes, they can be a little mean to you, but thankfully, if you go back, you can reset them. No, no, no. You can actually, if you time your long jump, you can actually reach that orb over there. No, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, this is potentially gonna take some time. Accidentally misslammed. This puzzle always gets me. I think, oh, hey, I'm going to memorize it this time. No, 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 that's not happening. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's a zigzag pattern. I could do it. Okay, there we go. We got it. There's an eco shortage. Meanwhile, there's a freaking pool of dark eco. There's a freaking pond of dark eco right outside the town by a warp gate. Like the Baron couldn't obtain this? And there we are.
Whoa, this puppy's got some vibration to it. This baby will put a smile on your face.
Okay, anyways. Are we gonna get...
I can't believe you actually did this thing. Onin says she will search the timelines for answers about these sacred relics. I will find you then.
Okay, anyways, on that note, I think now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you'd like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want with that. See you next time. Bye.